everybody doing? Welcome back. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Welcome to the Telegram. Free everything. Free Telegram, free YouTube, free lessons, free everything, free information. Guys, just follow along. Please subscribe. Turn on notifications on everything and just learn as much as you can off this free information, because at the end of the day, it's golden. You know what I mean? Today, we're going to be talking about what a hot wallet and a cold storage wallet is, as well as a broker wallet. I want to explain to you guys the big difference on all three of them and how you guys can move to be more protected. Because at the end of the day, crypto is about being protected, about protecting yourself from any outside forces. So let's get started and let's get paid. Come on, let's start this video. All right, guys. So we're going to start with a broker wallet, so you guys understand what that is. So a broker wallet, for example, Coinbase, is where you link your bank account and you buy crypto off of it. So I link my bank account to Coinbase and I start buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever coins I want to get through the broker wallet. Now I can leave my funds there. You get me? I can leave them sitting there, no problem. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's safe because your funds are sitting in there. But God forbid they go bankrupt, God forbid something were to happen, or they want to seize your funds or whatever it is, you're not protected. You know what I mean? You're not, because at the end of the day, your money's sitting in their wallet. It's like having your money in the bank account. If the bank goes broke, right, guys? If the bank goes broke, they're not gonna give you back that money. You know what I mean? Yeah, it might be FDIC insured, but what if you got $1 million in there? You're gonna FDIC insure you on $250,000. You know what I mean? It's just they're gonna keep it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like, what can you do if it's in there? It's not your crypto. We go by the saying, if it's not your keys, it's not your wallet. So if you don't have the keys to your wallet, that money isn't yours. All right. So with a broker, with a wallet that's in a broker, it's not really your crypto. Yes, you're buying it, yes, it's under your name, but it's not really yours. God forbid something were to happen, it's not like you have cash in hand. So, you know what I mean? Now, let's talk about a hot wallet. So, a hot wallet could be something like MetaMask, Phantom, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different ones, and it's practically a wallet that you could just put on your phone, you know what I mean? And it's usually 12, 24 words where your money is, you get me? And once you have those words, yes, it is safer than having the money in a broker wallet, because now it's your own wallet. You know what I mean, guys? And it's safe because at least they can't steal your crypto. You know what I mean? The broker cannot keep it. God forbid something were to happen, they can't keep it. You know what I mean? So now let me explain to you how that is. That's like me taking out cash from the bank, right? And letting it sit in my house. Yes, it's in my possession. Yeah, it is. You know what I mean? It's safe. But if there's a fire, a theft, whatever's going to happen, I'm going to lose that money regardless. It's safer, but it still isn't completely safe. You know what I mean? A hot wallet is good because, yes, it's in your possession, but what if you get hacked? What if you send the money to the wrong address? What if you using that same wallet to explore things in Web3 and you sign something, a transaction, and your whole wallet gets drained? You know what I mean? And you just lost every single coin. Because the thing about a hot wallet is that it's fast. Yes, it's a lot faster than a cold wallet, but you're paying that price of security for it being a lot faster. You know what I mean, guys? You're not as safe as you think on MetaMask or on Phantom. That's a good wallet to do transactions. You get me? For example, if I take out money for the bank, I'm holding the money, but I'm going to use that money to go buy a car. I'm going to use that money to go buy something else. You know what I mean? Yes, I took out the money. It's safer in my hands, but I'm going to use it for a transaction. I'm not just going to hold that money in my house sitting, because there's just, too many things that can happen, too many different outcomes. You know what I mean? That's what a hot wallet is. It's safer than having the money in the bank, but it's still prone to things to happen to it. All right? So I hope you guys understand a little bit by that. Now we're going to talk about cold storage, which is literally a ledger. It's a device, whatever it is. It's a little device that holds your 24 words. Cold storage is the safest way you can store your crypto. It's like having a vault, your own personal vault, where you literally save money and that's underground and people don't know where it is. You know what I mean? It's safe. So the beautiful thing about a cold storage wallet is that you have to bypass a lot of security for things to happen. So I'll give you an example. If I want to send somebody money with my cold wallet, right? I have to literally get their address, put the address in my phone, put the amount I want to send them. Once it's getting sent, it's gonna make me confirm through my Ledger. Ledger is, let's say Ledger Nano X. It's a good cold wallet. Once I put the transaction, it tells me, okay, you're sending this person this much. Confirm that it's you sending it. Okay, I confirm it. I look at the keys. I make look at the addresses. I make sure everything is correct, and then I send it. It's that layer of security. You know what I mean, guys? Where for somebody to steal your money in a cold wallet, they physically got to get the 24 words out of you. You know what I mean? For them to take that money. The government, a person, whatever it is, they got to get those words out of you for them to seize that money. You know what I mean? Or to steal the money, whatever it is that they're trying to do at the end of the day. But that's what a cold storage wallet is. It's a safer way to store your crypto. So there's other ways to go about things. So for example, a good way to go about it is have the majority of your funds in a cold wallet, right? The safest way. When if you ever need money, send the money from your cold wallet to your hot wallet. Then you have it sitting in there. And then through there you could swap, meme coins. You could buy and sell whatever small cap coins you want to do, whatever it is. And you know what I mean, guys? It's an easier way to transact because God forbid you sign like a bad link, right? Through your hot wallet and it gets drained, you're only losing whatever little amount was in there. You're not losing the total amount. You know what I mean? It's like having your money in the house. If you get robbed, whatever money in your house is, let's say you had 10 grand in your house, it got robbed, but you still got $1 million in your vault. You know what I mean? They don't know where the vault is. They can't get to the vault. So yeah, they might have robbed you for 10, but they didn't rob the other $1 million. You know what I mean? So it's an extra layer of protection. So that's how I like to do it. Where, you have your main wallet and then you have your side wallet. And your side wallet is where you purchase meme coins, where you purchase smaller coins, and then from that wallet, send it back to your cold wallet. You get me? There's other ways to being even safer. I'll explain that in another video because there's really a really good way to make sure that you're extremely safe. That's having multiple cold wallets. A cold wallet that only interacts with another cold wallet. You know what I mean? Or a cold wallet that only interacts with a hot wallet. So it's like extra layers of protection. You know what I mean? I'll teach you guys how to do it because honestly, it's the best way to go about it. I'm going to teach you guys how to, protect millions. Protect millions, literally. The safest possible way. Protect your future. You know what I mean? And I know how to do it, and I'm going to explain to you guys how to do it. Not on this video because it's a longer, thing to do, but I'm going to explain in another video. I just want you guys to understand the difference, And another thing I want to explain right before we finish this video is what are these words that you're talking about? 12 words, 24 words. So when you create a cold wallet, you get a list of 24 words. Those 24 words are like the username and the password to your bank account. The only difference is, guys, remember what I told you, it's permissionless. You don't have a middleman there like the bank to help you. God forbid you lost your password and your username. You get me? If you lost right now, let's say your password and username to Chase, you can call them and ask them to help you, and they're going to help you restore it. No, not with cold wallet, not with crypto. With a cold wallet, if you lose those 24 words, consider your money gone. That's like literally having your money sitting in a bag, you know what I mean? And you lost the bag, you know what I mean? That money's gone. There's no getting it back. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I need you guys to understand the big difference. You know what I mean? Because it's very important. So understand that a cold wallet is the safest possible way, but you need to make sure you store those 24 words correctly. A hot wallet is 12 words, but it's the same concept. That's where your money is in. You get me? Make that, stick it in your mind where that's your username and password to your account, but to an account that nobody has access to but yourself. You need to treasure that. You need to make sure that you laminate it, whatever it is that you're doing to make sure that it's done correctly to store that for the long term. You know what I mean, guys? Because if you lose that, you're effed. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, there should be no reason why you're losing that. Like I said, in crypto, it's a very big thing about you're responsible for your own fate. And at the end of the day, that's how it should be. Because back in the day, when you were doing, trading through gold, you were always in charge of your fate. You had to make sure you didn't get robbed or looted. You had to make sure that you had your money safe hidden wherever it was. You know what I mean? Because there was really no banks. So, you're in charge of your fate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're in charge of your financial future. You know what I mean, guys? So understanding that, you're gonna understand that in crypto, that's the beautiful thing, but at the same time, it is the riskiest thing. You get me? Because now that you're in charge of your money, it's a whole different ballgame, guys. You get me? It's good, but it could also be bad if you don't know what you're doing. That's why we're gonna make sure you know what you're doing. And the more you watch our videos, the more you stick around and take all this information, you're gonna be a pro at this. You know what I mean, guys? I took years of learning this, and everything that I've learned, I'm giving to you guys for free, completely for free. It took me years to accumulate this information, losses, going through dumb fucking problems that I made mistakes on that I had to pay in cash to literally either fix or lost the cash because I lost the wallet or I didn't know what happened or I got drained or something happened. You get me, guys? Like, I literally went through years to learn all this information. And now that I finally know what it is, I understand that it's such a powerful tool. And the more you understand it, the more you see the power in it. Literally, guys, the more you see the power in it, and the more you can take control of your future. And at the end of the day, if you're not taking control of your future, what are you working for? You have to ask yourself that, what it is that you're working for. If you're not here to work for your future generation, for your kids, or for your family. Because if you're not working hard to take care of your family, then what are you really doing? You know what I mean, guys? At the end of the day, family is all you got. You know what I mean? Family is all we have. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys more free things. Just subscribe and follow us, and stay tuned. Turn notification on, guys, all right? I'm tuning out. Thank you for staying with me.